YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, Keto with Sammy. For today's recipe, we are going to be making this massive Keto Philly cheesesteak. So let's get straight to the video. So we're going to start off with the ingredients for our dough, which is just called fathead dough. I have made this in my past videos, so I basically just use the same dough recipe for a lot of different things. So the first thing you want to start out with is 3/4 cup of almond flour, 1.5 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, some cream cheese, 1 egg, and some salt and pepper. Now for the ingredients for the inside of the sandwich, you're going to want some meat. So this is just the meat that I like to use, but you can use any meat that you prefer for your Philly cheesesteak. Right here I just have some beef top round steak, some sliced provolone cheese, sliced red bell pepper, a medium sliced onion, sliced mushrooms, 1 tablespoon of butter, heavy whipping cream, and some xanthan gum. So the first thing we are going to start doing is making our dough. So you want to get a microwave safe bowl, and we are just going to dump our 1.5 cups of mozzarella in. To the mozzarella, you want to add 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. After you add your cream cheese, we are going to pop this in the microwave for 1 minute. So after 1 minute, this is what you should have. And now you just want to give this a good mix. Now it's not going to be fully melted, so we're just going to mix this and then we're going to pop it back in the microwave for another 30 seconds. So after the second time in the microwave, your cheese should be fully melted. Just give it a good mix, and now we're going to add the other ingredients. You want to add your 3/4 cup of almond flour, your 1 large egg, a little bit of salt, and some pepper. Now just give this a good mix until everything is well combined. Now you just want to flip your dough out onto a flat sheet and a piece of parchment paper. And you want to wet your hands so the dough don't stick to you. And you just want to flatten this out into a rectangular shape. So when you spread it out, you do want to make it wide enough because you want to be able to flip it. So we're going to stuff it right here, and we want room to flip and close it. So make sure you do make it wide enough. Now we are just going to bake the crust prior to stuffing it. So you want to have your oven set to 400 degrees, and we're going to pop this right in there. So I set my dough into a 400 degree oven, and you just want to bake this for 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes of cooking in the oven, this is what you should have. And it's not completely cooked right now. So before it cools off, all we're going to do is flip it. And then when we stuff it, it's going to finish cooking off. So now you just want to get something to help you flip it with. And very carefully, just flip it on its back like that. And now we're going to set this aside and move on to our filling. Now take a good sized pan, have it heating on a medium high. And we are just going to add a little bit of olive oil. After your oil is heated through, we are going to add our meat. And I did thinly slice it just like this. While our meat is starting to cook, I'm just going to season it. Now you can use whatever seasonings that you prefer. This is just what I'm going to use today. This is some adobo all-purpose seasoning. Just a little bit of salt. And I'm going to use the Great State of Texas steak seasoning. Now just give this a good mix and let your meat cook through. So after your meat is fully cooked through, I have a bowl right here, and I'm just going to set the meat aside. Now leaving all your juices and your heat on, you want to add your onion and your bell pepper. And we're just going to cook these until they're tender. So once your onions and bell peppers are kind of tender, we are just going to add in our mushrooms and cook it for another couple of minutes. So after everything is nice and cooked down, you just want to turn off the heat and set this aside with your meat. And now we are going to move on to our sauce. So now you just want to get a saucepan, and you don't want it on high heat. A medium heat is fine. And we're going to start putting together the sauce. So for the sauce, you want to put your 1 tablespoon of butter. Now to me, this sauce just completes this Philly cheesesteak. It is so good. So then we want to add 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream and 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. Now we're just going to let this all melt together and bring it to a simmer. So while it's coming to a simmer, I'm just going to season it with some salt, some black pepper, and just for some color and a little bit more flavor, I'm going to be adding some parsley flakes. Once all your cream cheese is melted, we're going to add the thickening agent. This is xanthan gum, and it does go a long way, so you just want to put like 1/2 teaspoon and let it simmer all together for about another minute. Once your sauce is thickened, we're just going to turn off this heat and move on to layering our Philly cheesesteak. Alright, so now is the fun part. We are going to start layering our Philly cheesesteak. So just take your crust, and we are only going to put it on one side because we are going to be folding this. So first, you just want to lay down your meat. After your meat is laid down, we are going to take some of those veggies and lay that right on top. All that onion, bell pepper, and some mushrooms. If you don't like veggies, just go ahead and use a meat and cheese Philly cheesesteak if that's what you like. After those veggies, we are going to pour on our sauce that we just made. This sauce is really good. I love it with this Philly cheesesteak. After the sauce, we are going to add our slices of provolone cheese. You can add whatever cheese that you like on here. Now we are just going to fold this and pop this right in the oven. So I popped it in our 400-degree oven, and you just want to bake this for about 15 to 18 minutes, depending on your oven. You just want everything nice and melted and cooked. Alright, so I took my Philly cheesesteak out the oven. Everything is nice and melted. I just want to show y'all what the inside looks like. You get all that cheese and sauce and meat. I hope y'all enjoy this recipe. Alright guys, so that concludes today's video of my Keto Philly cheesesteak. Please give this recipe a try and let me know down in the comments below how y'all like it. Follow me on Facebook, and I'll see y'all in my next video.